So I'm talking to you early in the morning. I just woke up. I'm sure I look exhausted. I am. And I haven't even brushed my teeth yet or had breakfast yet or woken the boys up yet because I'm really excited. The paperwork has come. What does that mean? So the adoption paperwork has come. The lawyer sent it to us. I ran out and got a blue pen because I used to only have blue pens when I was in seminary, when I went to school, because it helped me see what the notes I was taking better, and it seemed to stick in my brain better. But now I don't seem to have blue pens anymore, which is weird that you go from one thing drastically to another. But I went out and bought a blue pen, and actually I bought like 2 packs full of blue pens just in case. And I need to sign these papers and mail them back to the lawyer, and then the lawyer will send them with a packet to the court, and then the court's going to set a date for adoption for child number 2. So I'm really excited. I know he's really eager to be adopted. I mean, the day he moved in, he was like, "So I'm adopted now." And we're like, "No, buddy, you gotta wait 6 months before we can even file the paperwork." And he was like, "Oh." So he's been looking forward to being adopted for a long time, and he's so excited. We picked out a suit for him, and he is so excited to wear that suit. But at the same time, I'm keeping this a little quiet. I'm talking to you early in the morning here because I don't want him to overhear, just in case this takes a really long time. It's not like I'm trying to make it a big surprise. Like, obviously, they've been preparing him for adoption for a long time. He's been super excited for adoption for a long time. But I don't want him to, like, I don't know, freak out if we find out it's like not for 3 months. You know, it's just better for him to not know if it's that long. Oh man, I hope it's not. The lawyer thinks it'll be fast, but my other friends who've gone through this court have said that theirs were delayed for quite a bit till March. Theirs were delayed until, for quite a bit, so for several months. I'm really hoping that's not the case for us. It'll probably be over Zoom, which isn't ideal, but then maybe we can invite more friends and family to come. I mean, I don't know how all this works, but I'm really excited that it's finally in process here, that we're finally getting moving on this part. We're past the 6 months of mandatory waiting. We have the paperwork in hand, which was hard. Like, for some reason, the county gave my lawyer a hard time about getting her the paperwork that she needed. Weird. Like, she had to go to the supervisor of the person who holds all the paperwork and be like, "What's the deal? I have several kids that are being adopted through your county. Why are you now saying your new policy is not to share documents with their lawyer? Like, this is weird, and it doesn't work." And so finally, after a month of going back and forth with them, she managed to get the paperwork she needed. And here we are. So wish us luck. Oh, and I should say I'm also really nervous about court because, like, when Robert was adopted, I had been in and out of court, like, at least every 3 months I was in court with his judge for 2 years, because we'd always have a court date scheduled and, the opportunity for a certain family member to show up, and they wouldn't come. And then the court date would be delayed for 3 months to give them another opportunity to show up. And then when they didn't come, we just have court. And so it was, instead of every 6 months like normal, we had court every 3 months while we were waiting for whatever to happen, which ended up being Robert's adoption. But in this case, like, I've never, I think this judge with one of my other foster kids, I think I was in court with her a couple times. I get the names confused, sorry judges, but I'm nervous because I don't have that relationship with this judge that I had with Robert's judge. So I don't know what it's going to be like. I'm also told that court here in Ohio for adoption is very different than in California. California was so chill. I mean, about everything. And even like a letter we got from one of the courts here was like, "Hey, everyone who comes to court, to be allowed into court needs to be dressed up, and here's what's not allowed." And there's this long list of clothing. In California, and I don't approve of this, I think it's disrespectful, but there were like people in like tank tops and shorts going into court. And I mean, come on. But so it's definitely a different feel here for court than it was in California. So all that said, it's just, I don't know, it's just different. And I'm excited and I'm nervous, and here we go. Pray for us if you're a praying person, or think of us if you're a thinking person. All right, thank you guys.